This is Paul Rudalavage from Synergy Electrical Sales. Today I'm going to show you how to program a Lutron Grafik Eye QS unit. The Grafik Eye has been in use for years for setting scenes in areas. Essentially, a scene is a preset lighting level. It's a very powerful tool, and once you see how to adjust the levels, you can really get the most out of it. Recent versions of the Grafik Eye have also included time clock, which we're going to show you in this video as well. It also has the ability to incorporate occupancy sensing and emergency lighting, which we will cover in a future video. Thanks for watching. Alright, so we're going to show you how to set scenes and do a time clock event on the Lutron Grafik Eye QS. So I've got the unit here. Again, on the right side over here, this is where we have our scenes. These are the presets we talked about. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, and off. Okay. Over here on the left side, we've got window shade settings. So we're not going to use those. We're just going to talk about the scenes over here on the right. So when you see the unit on the wall, it would look like this. We flip open the lid, all right, and that gives us the ability to set scenes. Now, so we press our button, we see the light levels changing to our presets. Okay, so things change as we press that, so that's again giving us our presets. Now we do have the ability within a preset scene to go over here and adjust light levels. Okay, and that'll remain as long as we are in the room. Okay, so you can see I brought that down, shift that over to a low light level when it was up high, so I brought that one down. Okay, so we're in scene 1. I'm going to hit off, back to scene 1. Going to bring it all back to the preset level. So now we're going to talk about how we would change that preset level. So to put in programming mode, we're actually going to press this top button and the bottom button at the same time, hold it for a few seconds until we see something change with the LEDs. So we're going to hold that down. All right, we see the LEDs strobing through, and that means it's in programming mode. Now I'm going to slide this a little closer so we can see the screen here, because that's where we've got our LED display. Okay, so main menu, we've got 2 options, time clock or scene setup. So to scroll through our options, we're going to use this button here. This is called the master raise and lower, and I'm going to use it with my thumb. I'm going to go down to scene setup, and this small button, you should be able to see, if you look closely, it says OK. We're going to hit OK for scene setup. Levels, so that's what we're going to adjust. Remember I raised that zone 1 up and down. Now we're going to set that to remember it. So I'm going to hit OK for levels. Okay, scene 1 I've labeled as meeting. There's a way you can do that, but we've already labeled that as meeting. And now we're going to adjust. So I'm going to hit OK, and it says set zones. So I'm going to push back a little bit here so you can see what we're doing. I'm going to just adjust zone 1, 2, and 3. So I'm going to do 1. And if you look closely over here, it's showing the light level. All right, so zone 1. All right, we're going to bring that to 50%. Zone 2, we're going to set that at 69. And then zone 3, let's say we've got lighting that around the perimeter of the room that we don't really need for a meeting. So we're going to bring that down to a low light level. Then we're going to come back here, press the OK button. Adjust fade, that's 3 seconds. So what that's showing us, we can move that up and down. Here, I'll show you again. And that's just how long it takes the lights to adjust. Again, one of the really nice features of the Grafik Eye is be able to adjust things like that. So that means when you press a scene, it's going to take 3 seconds for it to come in. A really nice feature to have. So we're going to hit OK. Set shade groups. Now we don't have shades, so I'm just going to hit OK. And now we see it blinked and said saved. All right. So now we're done. We're going to go press our top and bottom button together. We're going to exit out. Okay, and now we're going to hit off. And let's see, I'm zooming out here. So we should go back, when we turn it back on, to the 50%, 50%, and then the 25% or so we set. So scene 1, fade time. Oop, press that again. Didn't press the button there. So it's fading up in 3 seconds. And now we see we've got those reduced light levels that we talked about. And that's how to do it. All right, now we're going to talk about the time clock. If you do have the space, there's a lot you can do with the time clock as well. So we're going to go ahead and put it in programming mode again. Top and bottom button together. All right, and bring it a little closer so we can see what we're doing. We don't need the zones here. So we're going to go time clock. Okay, add events. So we have the option to do the days of the week, or we could do every day. Okay, local. We're going to choose local. That means just lights controlled just by this Grafik Eye. Hit local, time of day. So we can do sunrise, after sunrise, sunset, after sunset, and time of day. So what's nice about doing, let's say, after sunset, that means if this is something when it gets dark in the space, we can turn lights on. So you can adjust it before and after sunset. We're just going to do it right at sunset. We're actually going to put the scene to scene 1 for meeting. Hit OK, and that's it. We've got our time clock event that's happening every day. If we wanted to go back and view events, now we can see on Sunday at 7. I've got a few extra things programmed in here. But this is where we go to view to make sure we've got our scenes. All right, hit back, back, back. We're at the main menu, top and bottom buttons. Hold them together, and we're done. Thanks for watching.